Welcome in, my Taurus family. How are you today? I hope this message finds you happy and I hope it finds you well. I'm doing great. I can't complain. This reading is for sun, moon, and rising placements in the sign of Taurus. If you have those placements, this message made for you. However, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not all messages may resonate. So take what does and leave what doesn't. If you're interested in doing a deeper dive as to what is going on with you and your life, I do provide private readings. My information is in the description box below, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to find my details. Now, this reading is for the month of September. It's an overview for the collective as to what we may be tapping into, what we may be hitting, what we may be experiencing in the month of September. And while I do this portion of your reading, I will be taking myself off camera so we can concentrate just on your cards. Additionally, if you are brand new to my channel, I'd love it if you would subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind, could you please just reach up there while we are talking about it and give me a thumbs up? I have noticed that many people watch videos and they don't give you a thumbs up. And you know what? That is such an easy way to help content creator. Just give them a thumbs up. That's all you need to do. Subscribe to their channel, give them a thumbs up, right? It helps. So thank you for that. Additionally, I want to thank all of my Tauruses because my Tauruses always show up. Maybe because I'm a Taurus as well. I just have this affinity to all my Tauruses because I feel as though we are kindred spirits, right? And I wanted to share with you that I am recording this on August the 28th. Today, Mercury goes direct. However, we're still in a shadow period, so still be very careful of your words, the way that you communicate, because, we are still working through the breakdown of communication. So Mercury is the planet that rules communication of all kinds. So internet, everything, phones, cars, anything that's mechanical, all those types of things has a tendency to act up during Mercury retrograde. Also in the month of September, I was just listening to Meg Moonbeam. So I'm giving a shout out to Meg Moonbeam. She probably has no idea who I am, right? Because I'm just this baby, YouTuber where she's got like thousands and thousands of subscribers. But she's actually very good as a astrologer. So check her out. She is on YouTube. She's also on X. I think she's on Rumble as well. She has her own channel, Meg, M-E-G, Moonbeam, Moonbeam, Beam. And she's excellent. So you could get a lot of great information from her. Anyway, what I was going to say was she was saying that there are going to be 6 planets in retrograde during this month. I don't have all the details to that because as soon as she said that, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not ready yet. I'm just not ready yet to deep dive into all of that, right? But anyway, okay, so let me take myself off screen and take a deep breath. Now, the thing is I will say that I did watch her overview for Taurus for the month of September. And of all of the signs, it's going to be a tough month. I'm not kidding. But Taurus has a lot of really good things showing up for us. And I was very grateful for that because I felt as though August was tough. I've felt that this whole year was tough in its own ways. But anyway, let me take myself off screen so I can pull your cards for you and we can get started on your reading. Okay, what does Spirit want us to know about the month of September for all of our beautiful Tauruses? Now, keep in mind, this is like I'm reading for myself too. But I will not stack the deck. I am going to give it to you with as much honesty and integrity as I can muster. Eight of Wands, Two of Cups. Oh, Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve. And then we have the Moon. Moon is full of mystery. Nine of Cups, Three of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so there's some up and down energies here for us, Taurus. We only have this one major arcana in the very center of our reading, and it is the moon. So that moon card is definitely a card reminding us to face our fears this month. Even though we may feel as though we are walking in the dark and we are not protected, we always are, right? We are always protected. We are always protected by our higher self. So I feel as though this is going to be an interesting read. Okay, so we start off the reading with us. Our energy this month, as we're moving into the month and as we're progressing, this is representing us. The Eight of Wands is my card of quick success, quick victories, right? This is fast moving energy. Wands are, of course, about inspiration, creativity, passion, motivation, and our intuitions. Can you tell I've said this a million times? About what each of the signs mean. But this fast moving energy is saying that we are coming in, we are fully lit, we are engaged, we are ready. We're going to take on this month, right? I feel as though this is very uplifting, very powerful. The only thing I am going to say is that wands are fast moving energy. And at the same time, in order for an earth sign to be able to channel that energy, what do we need to do? We need to ground. We need to ground, because if we can ground, then we can harness that energy and have it flow through us the way that we need it to. So this is a beautiful card to start off. And then the month itself is representing itself as the Two of Cups. Now, this is my soulmate card. I love this energy. And as you can see from the picture, right, that you've got these two beautiful people coming together, holding hands. And what do? They're co-mingling, creating, manifesting two beautiful cups full of co-creative energy, right? This is stuff that is meant to make you happy. This is meant to bring you a lot of joy, a lot of connection, hearts coming together. Now, if you are currently in a relationship, there may be something that's going to come in that is going to be a blessing for you as a couple, something that's going to take you to the next level, something that is going to remind you as to why you chose your significant other, right, as some type of a blessing. For those of us who are not in a relationship and we are not really looking for a relationship, this can be a new friendship coming in. Somebody that you connect with, whether it's male or female, doesn't matter what gender you are. This person is going to be somebody that is a heart connection for you. It can be someone who is a soulmate. And soulmate, we have this idea about what a soulmate means. We think that that means it's our one and only true love forever. And that is a misunderstanding of what a soulmate is. But my feeling about soulmates or that connection is that, yes, there is karma there. There is an agreement between the two of you, especially if it's in a loving situation, which is kind of what this energy is, to gift you with your best opportunities for lessons of love and the depth and the breadth of what that represents for you. Now, for those of you who are not in relationship, don't meet someone new, a new friend, because of whatever your circumstances are. Lastly, what this card represents for me is really anchoring and integrating your higher self, your soul, further into your physical body. Excuse me. Bless you. Thank you. And it's funny, it's only one. Okay, so it was only one sneeze. Usually I sneeze twice. Anyway, so the Two of Cups, This is representing the energy, overarching energy for the month. So it feels as though blessings are coming in for us, Taurus. So what do we need to do as Tauruses, which we do anyway, is have our hearts full of gratitude. We find things to be grateful about. And that's really the overarching energy of what this month is bringing towards us, is reasons to be happy, ways to find ways to fill up our cup, to bring our emotions to our highest vibrational energy. Now, what is in our past? Well, it looks as though some of us have walked away from some difficult situations that were no longer serving us, right? That's exactly what this card represents. Eights are overcoming obstacles. This could be that someone has hurt you for the last time. I'm done with you. I've given you every chance. And if you're like me as a Taurus, I will go above and beyond most people in giving people a chance until I get to that point where I am done. And when I am done, there's no going back. Takes me a long time to get there, but once I am there, as far as I'm concerned, you are dead, done, and no longer a part of my life. Now, I know it doesn't sound very loving, but at the same time, you do have to protect your own space. And why do you want people around you who don't respect you? This is walking into your sovereignty, walking into your light, coming out of the darkness, standing up for yourself. And this is my champion card for you. So thank you so much, Taurus, about learning your lessons. Woo! Okay, so now what is bridging us? What's bridging us as this eight of fiery, passionate, quick successes, connecting with that soul part of ourselves and with souls of others to create this beautiful synchronicity is this moon. So what this is representing, of course, the moon is about hidden things. It's about hidden truths. It's about really trusting your intuition, Taurus. And it is about facing your fears, right? This is my dark night of the soul. This full moon in the month of September, which I think Meg said was on the 17th or around there, is going to be a very impactful moon. We have a new moon coming up, I think, on the 4th of September, somewhere along those lines. And that's when you do all of your creative, right? You do all of your manifesting, you do all of your creative work. And then with that full moon coming in, that is when that big release comes up. It goes out into the universe to help manifest the things that we want. Now, the moon is also, it's a tricky card because it's also telling you that you need to take actions even when you're fearful. Walk through the fear. Now, on the Rider-Waite deck, there is a lobster that's coming up out of the water and is going to travel his path, right? And that lobster is also sharing with us of the energy of emotional armor. I feel as though many of us will have our emotional armor up depending on the circumstances that we encounter this month. And that's okay. You can have your emotional armor up to protect yourself. But at the same time, you want to be able to have your heart open so you don't keep that emotional armor up 24/7. You only put your armor on when you absolutely need it and you're walking through that, valley of death and fear and scary, right? As you're progressing, though, through the month, I feel as though you're going to be very successful. This card right here is your Nine of Cups. And if you look at this celebratory card, I love the card because this is the wish fulfillment card. This is saying that something that you've been working towards for a long time, that you've been putting out there, that has been elusive to you, the universe is finally saying, yes, now is the timing. You have been on universal timing up until now. And this card right here is saying that blessings are coming. Now, those blessings may be a result of some kind of a heartbreak that have happened to you. Now, for me, I have definitely worked through my Three of Swords energy. That was definitely a heartbreak for me. For those of you who don't know my story, my significant other was a 30-year veteran police officer who committed suicide 1 month before his retirement date. And I found his body 5 minutes after he shot himself with his service revolver. So that happened almost 5 years ago. October will be 5 years. And I'll be honest with you, it has taken me at least this long to get to where I am, where I'm feeling as though my heart has really helped and my heart is now healed. So the whole point of the story, though, is that this doesn't have to be new energy. This can be old energy. This energy can be saying that maybe you've been holding yourself back from enjoying your wish fulfillment because of the pain that you've been carrying with you, right? I do feel as though there is a new opportunity coming in because that's exactly what that page is representing. This is meant to clarify your Three of Swords. And basically, what this is saying is that there is a new opportunity coming in, a new direction for you to go. I feel as though you are going to be allowing yourself to feel more prosperous, to feel more secure in your home space, creating your physical security, because that Pentacles has to do with our earth energy. And we are tapping into our own earth energy here, doing the deep healing work through that moon, right? Walking through those energies through that moon. And we are going to be blessed for all of our hard work. I absolutely love this reading because for me, it is so validating. I have worked really, really hard to get where I am. And I am very happy that one of the things that Spirit has wanted me to do is to start this channel and to be a leader and leading by example. I feel as though that's what my mission is at this point. So, anyway, I love this energy for you. I feel as though many of you are going to do some very deep healing this month. I feel as though this is a good month for that healing based on the information that Meg Moonbeam shared in her astrology for September. That's a good one. If you get an opportunity, you should listen to her video. Okay, here we go. I am going to put myself back on camera. Hello, my beautifuls. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a couple more cards. I got a couple more things I want to share. I just love you, Tauruses. Improving health. That was one of the things she tapped into. So Meg was talking about how the next 6 months, and she was looking at the overarching kind of theme, not just for Taurus, but for everyone, is that we're really going to be focusing on our health. So this is amazing. So I'm going to share with you this beautiful, let me see if I can get this in. Wait, how does this? There we go. Let's try. I don't know if I can get it to come in any better. It just wants to come in as this beautiful energy. But look at that energy she's pulling up into her heart space. Love it. And look for a sign. What's funny is that's one of the games I do play with my higher self. I'll say something like, because I like to make bargains. Like, I'll do this if you do that, right? Because I'm always working with my higher self all the time. And I'll say something like, so if we're going to do this and you want me to do that, then I need a sign. And then sometimes even tell them I need a signing or sign because I won't accept the sign it gave me. You can do that. Okay, so now I'm going to pull your last two cards from this deck. I got a new deck. I got two new decks, as you can see. This deck over here, which is your last two cards, is coming from the Four Agreements information that was shared by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you have not read this book, I highly recommend this book because it's based on the Four Agreements. The Four Agreements are not an easy practice to embrace. I will say. I fall off of my wagon quite often, but I honestly do try to implement the guidance from this book. And the four agreements, the first one is be impeccable with your word, because once it comes out, like you guys have heard me say this 100 times or a gazillion, once it comes out, you can't suck it back in. Got to be very careful with your words. Speak with integrity, say only what you mean, avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your words in the direction of truth and love. Woo. The second agreement, don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dreams. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Now, that is really deep. And when you really think about it, you have to really go within, and you got to like let that kind of rumble around in your mind and then in your heart and in your gut and see where, it resonates with you. But for me, it just resonates tremendously. The third agreement is don't make assumptions. I love this because people do it all the time. You can see it by people's actions that they're not paying full attention to what you're saying. They go off and do something which was not what you requested, right? So this one is find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstanding, sadness, and drama. With this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. This is an excellent advice. The last one is always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will definitely be different when you are healthy as opposed to when you're sick, right? That makes sense. Under any circumstance. So, under any circumstance, doesn't matter when, they're just saying do it, right? Simply do your best, and you will avoid self judgment, self abuse, and regret. Now, this last one really rings home for me because we have a tendency to be harder on ourselves than other people will be. And if you can embrace those tenets, if you can embrace those and start implementing them a little bit in your life, it really does make a huge difference. Okay, so here are your last two cards, Taurus. Don't take anything personally. Everyone lives in their own dream. That's exactly what I was just reading, right? But the message says all people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one we live in. And you know what's really interesting is that this really does tie into, this really ties into the matrix, right? If you believe that we live in the matrix and that you are the only one in this matrix, this is a really deep one. If you are the only one in this matrix, doesn't matter what you do or who you offend, right? Of course, that doesn't make you feel good. You really want to you really want to honor your heart. You really want to honor your heart space. But I just love this idea because I really feel as though you can be of the world, but not in the world. You can be in the world, but not of the world. I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, so I love this message. Okay, your last card. Be impeccable with your word. Create a beautiful dream. Your word can create the most beautiful dream, or your word can destroy everything around you. Impeccability of the word only creates beauty, love, and heaven on earth. Oh, I love this. I love this message. Let's see if I can get this up here so you can see it a lot better. Love it. Okay, Taurus, it's looking good for this month. I'm actually very excited. We don't really have too many things that are, that we're having to overcome. We also have got that additional information that came from Meg about us having a very positive, month. So until next time, from my heart to your heart, I would love to send you a lot of happiness, joy, love, prosperity, good health, inner peace, and abundance, should you so decide to accept it. Thank you for always showing up. Thank you for always being a part of my family. And until next time, take very good care of you and enjoy your month.